But after middle game, Bobby Fischer stuck on his own attack. So this game was played in 1964 in Washington DC. Bobby Fischer play with white pieces and Daniel Mathews play with black. So Fischer starts with e4 and black replies with e5, f4 king's gambit, e takes f4 knight to f3, d6 d4, g5 bishop to c4, h6 and Fischer castles king side, bishop to g7, c3 create support on d4, knight to e7 preparing for castle, g3. So Fischer want to deflect this pawn and then open this rook's file to create attack on king. But black continue with g4, knight to h4 and black castles king side. Bishop takes f4, d5, e takes d5, knight takes d5 and Fischer exchange his bishop with knight. Bishop takes knight, queen takes bishop, knight to d2, b6. Create space for bishop, queen to e2, knight to c6, queen to c4, offer for queen exchange. But black decline the offer and continue with queen to d7. And here, pause the video and think Fischer's next move. So Fischer continue with bishop takes h6 and sacrifice his bishop. But if black take this bishop, then knight to f5 comes and Bobby Fischer could create pressure on bishop, and also after knight to f5 queen can't support on g4, so Fischer could take this pawn after moving bishop. But black didn't accept the bishop and continue with rook to e8 and create pressure on queen, queen to f4, knight takes d4 and black sacrifice his knight. So Fischer accept the knight, c takes knight and black continue with queen takes d4 and offer for queen exchange and also check. So black give his knight for 2 pawns. So Fischer accept the queen and black continue with and again check. And if Fischer move his king on h1 or g2, then bishop to b7 comes and again check. So bishop would directly join into attack. So Fischer continue with rook to f2 and after rook to f2 black immediately move his rook on e2 and create pressure on rook because this rook is pinned. Rook to f1 create support on rook and black continue with bishop to a6 and black's target is on f1. So Fischer continue with knight to b3 and create pressure on dark colored bishop. So black continue with bishop takes rook check and Fischer take this. And here pause the video and think final move of black. So black's final move, rook to e1 check, and after rook to e1 check Fischer resigned here because if Fischer move his rook on f1 then this f1 square is covered by bishop, so rook takes rook comes and after moving king black's another rook joined into attack through e8 and also Bobby Fischer down in material. And if Fischer move his king on g2 then also bishop to b7 comes and king has no mouse. So Fischer has to move his knight or rook on f3, then bishop takes knight check and king has no mouse. So Fischer has to take this bishop with his rook. Then Fischer would lose his rook and Fischer would down in material. So Fischer can't continue with this position and also with his material. So after rook to e1 check Fischer resigned here.